Hey guys, good morning. Let's take a look at some charts. We got a new distribution in the quarterly range. So the way that the monthly three prints, we've got a new distribution. So that is the 3 month open and close. So I've just put a 1, 2, 3 on the chart. And so the new means for the 90-day and the 3 month are between 45.18 and 44.28. JATS indicators are dynamic. They change with the volatility, and I believe the algos adapt to these adjusted ranges as well as, my indicator. So we're in a new quarter. How far will that go? So you can put the PT2 higher time frame on the chart, use a higher time frame value, and let's just look at a 3 month, right? And so the 3 month, 1, 2, 3, 192 points, 305, 385 points, and 538 points, right? 192.75, 385.50, 538.50. So we're at the beginning, right? So just, if we're inside the ones, you can see that this was 272. So it didn't even really reach the 385. We've been in very low volatility. Volatility's been pinned. So the 385 is 68% of the range. So if it stays within the 385, we can adjust this to 385, something like that. Can't get quite exact. There we go. Close is close enough, right? So from this upward mean and out, you can see that we get to about 41.30.50. So that would be, a PT2 to the upside. We can get up to 48.24.75 or 49.01.50. Same thing with this, 41.30 and way down here 40.20 ish. So there's your 68% range potential, right? Potential. And you could even run it from the mean going up and out. So it just depends on where price is going to go. The mean between the 90-day and 3 month, 45.18, 44.28. So be aware of that. You can straddle it, right? You can go long above it and short below it and zipper inside. Okay, so there is our opportunity. And let's go look at the monthly. So I've got new levels for the month. I do 30-day and 1 month and 4 week. And so I've got 45.24 and 45.17 close in alignment with the quarterly, just a little bit outside. So the monthly 45.17, 45.18, and just say 45.24. 18. Round up. Okay, so there is the monthly, quarterly ranges. So if that gives you any idea, anything inside is just going to be normal. Be shooting for the ones. Anything outside, we'd want twos or threes above it. Above the one, we'd want threes. Twos between the mean and the one. Same thing over here. We have a lower mean as well. We can go from our support down, change this to 50%, and then be looking. Here's our downside level 4418, 4418 to 4400. So once we break this straddle, there's a target to trade to for the mean. And that's why I think this market is going to be coming down. We certainly don't have any reason to be, you know, exuberant. We, absolutely not. Are you psychotic? Right? Everybody who's a bull, I'm like wondering if I have to examine your heads. So, if that does happen, I'll eat my cake, but I think I'm right. Okay. So, we also see nothing but wicks and pain above this level also. And that is your weekly 7 day 2. So definitely looking for a little bit of long side. When we get to the VIX, I'll show you that in just a second. So this daily works really well when we're inside the daily one. We don't want to be shooting for the threes, right? We want to be shooting for the ones and the twos, depending upon, where it is situated inside this range. And we'll look at the 1 hour IB to determine that. This period where it got pinned on August 28th, you can see it broke the one, but it could not reach the daily two. It was blocked. So you can go back to your weekly and look at August 28th right here, and you can see that the weekly one was pinning the price. So they pinned it at the weekly one for whatever reason until they broke it out. So the dealer was really trying to get this to go down, but the market flipped up, and now they're hitting that monthly mean, coming back down. Monthly and quarterly mean to the downside. So you can just, envision this trying to reach these lower ranges. So if you're inside the daily range, you're going to be going to the 19 or the 38 points. You see what I'm saying? So we can put up 19. We're lucky. And 38. Whoa, got lucky. All right, so 38. Looky right there. Look at that. Do you see what I'm doing? Is this amazing or is this amazing? I hope y'all are witnessing this. That is 68% of the daily range, and that's where the algos went and stopped it on a dime. And if we're going to go the smaller 19 point inside the range, that's this right here. Right here, target reached from the high to the low. So you can get an idea of how to trade these ranges from where you are. If you're outside, the distribution, that's when you can definitely want to hit your 38 point, right? From the 1 to the 3. So, know where you are inside the distribution and whether you need to be blocked or breaking a higher time frame level. The higher time frame level that you can fade or break, the better to get positioned on these lower time frames. The Globex range is a lot of fun. I keep saying this over and over, but it's true. It works on all market, it works on crude, it works on ES and NQ, everything. The market loves Globex. So that would be 1700 to 830. Okay. And I run it from the session open and the close. So you can put your indicator on both. I just color it purple for nighttime. Okay. And then I put daily threes on the outside as my circuit breaker. So if it does break the Globex 3, that's the obvious target. The closer that a Globex 3 is to the daily 3, and sometimes they're sitting right on top of each other. You see it went right to the daily 3 and then bounced. Here it went, broke the Globex 3, went to the daily 3, rolled over. See how this works? And honey, I can get you any of these distributions. I'd be glad to send them to you. Just let me know. Because I do think you'll like some of these, the way that they're set up for this market. They really, really, really like these ranges. See what I mean, Jelly Bean? Oops. Okay. I'm glad I didn't close it. So the RTH does the same thing except for when you're in the RTH session, which isn't very long. So I put the RTH um, initial balance, whether you're inside or outside that initial balance, and you can see how it went from the outside of the 1 hour IB to the distribution time 1 hour IB. So we went from the 1 hour IB high to low of the bar, right, to what the distribution was for that 14 period 1 hour IB. Or excuse me, RTH. I'm usually saying RT, 1 hour IB. RTH, 830 to 1500. So let's see. This distribution here was the 1 hour IB to the RTH. Sorry. But it also will go from, I can put the same thing on 1 hour IB, and I'll show you that in just a second. In fact, we'll do that in just a second. But this was awesome. So it went from the 1 hour IB to the RTH. But when you're in an RTH setting, it's good to look at the RTH 830 to 1500 or 1515 or 1600, whatever you use. I think the algos were so tied to 1515 for a long time that that distribution pretty much works. But let's see what I coded this to, because there it went right to the end. 1600. Okay, yeah, I guess the market now is going to 1600. Okay, but you get the point. Um, the algos trade ranges, and that makes the best support resistance that you can get. All right, so the VIX daily is the lowest like it has been since 2019. We stopped at 13, which I'd been tweeting out that, 1317, 1310 was going to be the end of the line. Then I even dropped it to 13, I think 03, and that's pretty much where it went. Went to 01. Um, we had a 23-day um, one right there, 23-day one, and that's what was blocking the price. It was the daily also, but um, not so much. Let's see, this was a daily close. I can put a daily open on it. That was the daily open. Okay, let me put the daily close. Daily close and open. There we go, got two different ones. And then you want to run, let me show you this. Remember how I said Globex? We want to run a Globex for the VIX as well as an RTH. So what we're going to do is load the Globex template, and we're going to change the time to 2:15 to 8:15. There we go. And you see how it went to the Globex 3. These are amazing. Look at this. This is the Globex. It respects these so much, these levels. And then let me put the RTH, which is 8:30 to 15:15. So I take my 1 hour IB, which is white, and I change it to 8:30 to 15:15. They don't run it to 1600 on the VIX, just 15:15. And there is the RTH. Look at this. Went right to the RTH. Just and look at these. I mean, it's amazing how amazing these line up. So definitely um, come and get my VIX templates, or I'll help you learn how to set these up. And you can color code your own if you don't like my color scheme. Um, some fantastic, fantastic levels um, to give you an idea where fall might be going, or you know where you're out of bounds. And again, you can see it went to one half from the mean to the three, outside the three. Very algorithmic. And once in a while it will hit these outside areas, not very often. That one got close to the prior one and rolled over. But when you go from the 3 to the 3 on the distribution and run it to the outside, that's what those outside levels are. And here we go. So you can see that that is a great place to turn your vol around, up or down. Hopefully we'll see a downside turnover soon, right? Where would that be? That would be way down there, though. I hope we don't get that far. God forbid. All right. We are just slammed on the vol crush. I want to do one more trick for you real quick. I'm going to put a 5,000 data series on here. So we add another VIX, and we have to change it to 24/7. And then I'm going to change the days to 5,000. So I just added another VIX, right? So I'm going to hide it. No need to put it on there twice. I'm going to put a new indicator, my 23-day one. So I'll put a PT3 on the chart. I only want the one, so I've printed out some templates for the PT1 white. change this to 23, and I'm going to use my input series and go to the second one. That's the 5,000 day. And then I need to put it on the panel 1, which is this top panel. And now I just added, do you see this? A new 23-day one. So the difference between the 3,000 and the 5,000, the 5,000 is for these prior calculations. So the 3,000 will end at some point, but the 5,000 will pick up and allow us to see the distribution. So they are different calculations, and if there is a dip where you get a drop and pop in vol, that's where it would be. So that's why I have my line right here. I think that this was the support just below your 23-day one, and now for the 3,000 day, and then now if it gets below there, don't have a heart attack. I mean, it's not going to go way down there. I doubt it, unless it has just this huge drop and pop. If they slam it to get it down there, that's where it would go. But this is a circuit breaker, the 5,000 day at 1247, 1250. So just FYI, little tricks. Okay, so here is the 8:30 to 9:30, and didn't that? Okay, 8:30 to 9:30, and I've got a 60-minute bar on here to show you these ranges. So I want to add, I have my own indicator for the JATS opening range. You can get a free opening range indicator on the NinjaTrader ecosystem. This is just the way I like to look at it. I'm not going to show pre-market, so I'm going to take these off. But I do want to show the regular open, the opening range, and the midline. I'm going to make this thick and put it at 4. So that'll be orange. So there's your RTH open. Then I want to add another indicator here. I want to put the prior day open, or the Globex open, 1700. So that's called the current day open high low. And I'm just printing the open. I don't want the high or the low. But you could show the high or low if you would like. And then you have an idea of the difference between that opening range and a potential target to trade to. For the time series, for the 8:30 to 9:30 time series. Let's see what this is. So here is the 8:30 to 9:30, right there off the open. And what I would like to do is also add another one. I'm going to add a 60-minute. So I'm going to change this to minute, 60. So now we've got a 60-minute as well as the time series. And let's put this on a 5-minute bar. So here is a pretty comprehensive little day trading template. And I'll show you what I mean. We'll just use Friday, right? So here's the open at 8:30, and you can see that you've got a new distribution open right here. This is where the open came in, and it spiked up almost to the high. It didn't get it quite to the high or to the three, and that's the 60-minute three. And they slammed it down. It spiked down, and they sold it right here. When this bar opened, this is your 8:30 bar, 8:40 rather. So here was your 8:35, 8 8 to 8:35. Right here was your open. Went up, came back down. This is where it opened at 8:40, and just went all the way to one half of the distribution. So if you measure the distribution from the open to the three, come on, oops, do that again. My graphics card, sorry. Try this again. So if I measure from the open to the three, come on, here we go, right there. And then I copy and paste and go one time below it. That's where it goes. I might have been off a little bit on that open. So if I do that, put this above here, you will see that's exactly where the open is. And go down one time. So very statistical. Very statistical. Okay. Then it came back and touched this midline of the high-low and sold off again. And then did that correction. This market corrects, and then it rolled over. And this is the leg that we just cleaned up on. So I was able to get down in here and sell it and get, well, within, short period of time, I had my maximum profit target for that gauntlet. So definitely have a plan and know these ranges. So the range was 825, 1675, and 2325 for the PT oscillator, and that measures your points between 8:30 and 9:30. 1, 2, 3, 34, 68, 95. 1, 2, 3, 34, 68, 95. So it tells you the points to go to. So if you're just looking, for a strategy to trade 16 points, say it was 1675. So if you had if you got an indication that the market was, going to go to the gap run or whatever it was going to do, and you just wanted to, trade to 1675 points, right there, you could, when it did it twice. So for this range, and it did it right off the open. One, two, three times. Sorry. So get an idea to trade in ranges. See if this 825 was the correction. So if you're looking for a correction, here's 15. So if you go 825 from this open, and this is how I look at the market. So it went, there's your PT1, right? 825. Even if you were to try to short right there, you never would have gotten your stop hit. You would have stayed in the trade going short. You might have taken a little bit of heat before it turned around. You did take heat, but always better to have the wind behind your back with momentum and get positioned instead of trying to start shorting in an up move. I mean, this could have easily, broken out and kept going. Always wait for your bar to close, whatever, time frame you're trading, and then you'll have your momentum and your direction, especially if you have an idea of where you want to go. And then just trade from the open of the bar, in that direction and use your risk opposite. So 8 points or 16.75. This was 8 points. See what I mean? So you would have had your target reached at 825, target one, and then do your runner to 1675 from this open. Ooh, I had it right there. Target reached. And you were right there at your three. Trade right down to the three. And, pop these out on these little opening ranges. See if you can get from the 60-minute three to the time series three, you know what I mean? So you're leaving the 60-minute three and you're going to the 8:30 to 9:33. And then, of course, here was the close, the finish of it. It went right to the Globex Open. So definitely consider, the JATS PT indicator. It gives you points and levels. So we can extend this out and, TPO time increments, half hour times. I think the market, the ES in particular, likes these 30-minute ranges. And put your distributions on for 9:30 to 10:30. Oh, I said half hour. These are hourly. Ja. You can put this on a half hour as well, but these are hourly. And give yourself an idea for each hour what the opportunity is. But definitely use this in combination with the 60-minute 24/7 as well as the hourly range. So you can just put another PT3 and change it to minute 60. There we go. Put it on the 5-minute chart. And this was 10:30 to 11:30 right here. There's your opening bar. There's your close. So it got down almost to the 3 and turned around, went to the 3, 3 to 3. I like these where it breaks above the range because that's an easy tell that the market got over its skis, and it works the same on a weekly or a monthly or daily. Uh, I like I like it when it gets a little bit overextended and then it turns back around because you know that that is normally a good reentry place. Again, never, you know, um, I would trade it until it turned back over, but just be careful because it can, rip your face off if it didn't turn. So if you trade with momentum, I think that's best. Um, Try to wait for this to set up. So if you need a trend filter, you can put another indicator on your chart and use a Bollinger Band or a Keltner channel. So just put the Bollinger on, and that in itself can provide some guidelines of where, the trend is going and the volatility. Of course, the Bollinger is a volatility indicator. It goes really well with the JATS PT levels. And I like the Keltner too to show a overall trend condition. Um, so I can get into that with you more in training. So I'll have these templates available for you and help walk you through how to use your points and levels, and arbitrage, like I said, between the two times. So you can see this 24/7 range was expanding here, and we got this up and down price action. So that was very, very whippy before it turned around. NQ was a little easier to trade. So, so that's about it. Definitely, there's a good um, template to use for, where will price, end up by the end of the day. Will it be above or below a certain line? If you're trading to 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, you can set this up and get a pretty good idea on these distributions for Tradovate. Will it be above or below a line by looking at these distributions. Okay, honey, well, that is it. Let me know if you would like this on your desktop, and I will be glad to send it to you. You can go over to the website. Let me pull that up for you. jotradingstrategies.com. Come over to PT Price Oscillator, and you can scroll down. It supported NinjaTrader 8, NinjaTrader Web, and Tradovate. And the Ninja 8 provides the market analyzer and the fibs. Uh, NinjaTrader Web and Tradovate just have the PT indicator and oscillator without the fibs at this time. We'll be getting the fibs added in a little while. If you like to trade options, there are great ways to set this up for your weekly and monthly threes, so you know where to sell your premium, or buy your spreads or sell your spreads or straddles or strangles, whatever you like to do. And again, the desktop version has those tails so that you can see if it goes outside the distribution where these measured moves might be. And if there's a price oscillator also available that you can use on the EMA or a Bollinger to tell you how far away from that EMA or Bollinger you are. And the further out you are on these thresholds, you can get a consistent idea that price will go that far to a 200 EMA before turning around. You see what I mean? And when you hit that level with the threes, either a daily or, a 7-day lining up, 7-day daily three at the, or 1 hour IB3, whatever it is, at the 200 EMA threshold, that is usually the uncle point given your volatility level on that, VIX and your daily, are you inside the one, two, or three? Putting all that together can provide some great ideas for you, right? So the oscillator comes with it, and 100 a month subscription. We can have it um, available for you. If you don't have NinjaTrader and you would like the levels only, we can give you an Excel spreadsheet to your inbox. So if you don't have NinjaTrader but would like the levels, we can send you some Excel files. Just come over to the website. It's a month to month agreement. There's no obligation for you beyond that. You can cancel at any time. 100 per month. Very good. So I think it's affordable, packs a whole lot of punch. So there's a Skype training on Wednesdays. I've got templates for you, can help you with Bloodhound Blackbird, and help you put some of this together if you want to try to set up a little auto trading strategy and test it going to these ranges, like we're starting to do right now. We're going to these intraday ranges automatically, and create some automatic trading strategies, some algos. That's the part I like, putting the algos together. All right, kiddos, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you very, very much.